Staking your deadhead. Should you do it, and if so, for how long? I'm Alex Sheets. I'm covering all things deadhead, so make sure you subscribe and follow for more. There are basically two main reasons you want to stake your deadhead. The first is so that it gets entered into the casting pool so that the team is allowed to use it for its show, movies, and other media that they create. The second reason is so that you show their economic token that can later be used in the green room to get other digital assets and collectibles and future utility that hasn't been built out yet. The current timeframes that you can stake your deadhead for are 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, and 2 years. If you want to actually stake your deadhead, go ahead and make sure you head over to the deadheads.io official website. I'll leave a link in the description below, and that's where you stake your deadhead. The reason staking is required in order for the team to use your deadhead in any of their content is because whenever you own your deadhead, you also are holding the rights, both commercial and non-commercial, to your deadhead. So what staking is doing is it's allowing the teams, giving them permission to use your deadhead and any of the media that they create for the length of time that you decide to stake it for. Also, please keep in mind that just because you do decide to stake your deadhead does not require the team to use your deadhead in any of its media. It just gives them the permission to do so. Personally, for myself, I think this reason alone is a good enough reason to stake your deadhead, because if your deadhead does get chosen to be used in any of their media, it can exponentially increase the value of your deadhead depending on the role that it ends up getting. It's also worth mentioning that while your deadhead is staked, you do still hold the rights to it and you are still allowed to use it for your own purposes and your own media and like your social media and things like that. Also, to show this, you actually end up you trade in your main deadhead for a staked version of your deadhead, which is showed by a golden stake in its heart, and that version is not tradable or sellable for the length of time that you decided to stake your deadhead for. So it's locked in your wallet for that amount of time. If your personal deadhead having the ability to show up in the show and movies isn't a good enough reason for you to go ahead and stake it now, well then I got good news, because the entire time it's staked, you also are going to be earning weekly show for the entire duration that you decided to stake your deadhead for. The amount of show that you earn per week is directly correlated with the length of time that you decide to stake your deadhead as well. For staking your deadhead just 1 month, you'll end up earning 1,000 show per week. For 3 months, you'll get 2,000 show per week. 6 months, you'll get 6,000 show per week. For a year, you'll get 12,000 show per week. And for 2 years, you'll end up earning 20,000 show per week for the entire duration that it was staked. You also don't have to claim your show every single week. You're allowed to let it accumulate and build up. That way you avoid paying a gas fee every single week. Instead, you can pay it once a year, or you can just pay it once at the very end if you do it for 2 years, or you can do it as infrequently as you'd like. That way you avoid paying a bunch of gas fees. Show is going to be used in the green room during the beginning of season 2 or possibly late into the end of season 1, and I'm going to be going over the green room and its use of show more in detail in a future video. One last thing about show to mention is it's going to be the official brand token for the Deadheads and the Deadheads project, so the utility for it is very likely to grow and expand from here. Skull Troopers are not yet able to be staked, unfortunately, but it is being worked on and you'll be able to stake them in the very near future. I personally will be staking my Skull Trooper that I minted as soon as it's available, and I will be doing it for the full length of the 2 years. If you still have any questions about staking your Deadhead or Skull Trooper, please leave them in the comment section. I will do my best to get back to every single one of them. Also, keep in mind that everything is always subject to change. I want to take this time to thank everyone for watching and give an extra thank you to everyone that has commented, liked, and subscribed. It really means a lot to me. It really helps build my channel, so I appreciate it so much. So thank you, and I'll see you all in the next video.